Yeah. Hair flip, yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip, yeah. Oh my god. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. Hair flipping on the toes. Hi. Lady Gaga claimed in a recent interview that she was sexually assaulted by a producer when she was 19. Last year, Gaga sang Swine at South by Southwest while covered in colored vomit. She told Howard Stern on his morning show Tuesday that the performance was meant to demonstrate that a man could never, ever degrade me as much as I degrade myself. The singer went on to say that she had been raped by an older man when she was a very naive teenager. The incident made her a shell of her former self, and the true gravity didn't hit her until years later. But she since sought therapy. Gaga has not publicly spoken about the assault before and said Tuesday that she didn't want to be defined by the incident. I'll be damned if anybody's going to say that every creatively intelligent thing that I have ever did is boiled down to one dickhead who did that to me, she said. Gaga declined to name the producer who allegedly assaulted her, but Kesha's lawyer is claiming on Twitter that it is Dr. Luke and says he will depose Gaga in Kesha's ongoing sexual assault lawsuit against the producer. Gaga's representatives called the insertion that Dr. Luke is her assailant ridiculous and utterly incomprehensible. Dr. Luke now suing Kesha's lawyer over Lady Gaga rape allegations. Everyone's just suing and countersuing all willy-nilly now in the Dr. Luke Kesha sex abuse standoff, with Lady Gaga dragged in the mess as a potential witness in at least 2 civil suits. Hope she likes depositions. Mark Geragos, the lawyer representing Kesha in her sexual assault claim against super producer Lucas Dr. Luke Gottwald, claimed on Twitter yesterday that Luke was also the record producer who raped Lady Gaga when she was 19. Dr. Luke. I do not believe Dr. Luke is the one that allegedly raped Lady Gaga when she was 19. I don't believe it was him because of Lady Gaga. She states that Dr. Luke is not the assailant that did that to her. She said it out of her own mouth, and I'm not going to argue with her. I mean, it's her life. It was her experience. Kesha just threw Gaga in there, I feel. I don't know if it was like due to rumor, but Gaga clearly never stated anything like that out loud nor to Kesha, because she definitely states, even in the paperwork and when that went to court, that never happened, that she didn't have that type of relationship with Dr. Luke, and he has never done anything to her negatively, illegally, physically, none of those things. So as far as we're concerned, Dr. Luke is not the person who allegedly sexually assaulted Lady Gaga. Papers released by the court blacked out most of Gaga's testimony, given under her real name, Stefani Germanotta, so it is unclear exactly what she said, but court papers acknowledge they had a personal relationship and it went sour. Gaga and Fusari reportedly became lovers in 2006 when Gaga was 20 and Fusari at the time was 38, was nearly twice her age. Around the time Gaga claimed to Howard Stern in a radio interview last year that she was raped by a much older man, although she has never identified her alleged attacker. Lady Gaga explained to Stern that she wrote the song Swine about her sexual violence. The song is about rape. The song is about demoralizing. The song is about rape, rage, and fury and passion. And I had a lot of pain that I wanted to release, she said. The singer told Stern that she had not previously revealed the assault because she did not want to be defined by it. Her personal relationship with Fosari ended within several months, and their business relationship soon followed suit. We had our time, and like anything else in life, nothing good lasts forever, Fusari said in a 2012 interview. By 2010, when Gaga's career was really taking off, Fusari asked by Billboard if the two were still friends. His quote, "I don't know," he replied. "I feel like I may have been demoted to what would be one level beneath a friend." Professional acquaintance, suggested interview Craig Marks. "Yeah, there you go. That's it," said Fusari. Fusari and Gaga have been involved in a bitter court battle for years over her fortune. He initially wanted $30.5 million, claiming he received none of the 20% he would have received for songs such as Paparazzi, but that is credited as co-writing. In September 2010, they became a private agreement. Here's why I believe that Ralph Fusari is not the one that allegedly abused Lady Gaga. They were partners, business and sexual partners. The sexual relationship did not last long, about 6 to 7 months tops. And the business relationship soon ended right after that. Here's the thing. Why would he take her to court knowing that she could state that he raped her? Why would she sue? Why would he sue her and she retaliate with the lawsuit knowing that he raped her? That would definitely be something that would have been brought into court, getting to court. There's a lot of blacked out parts of Lady Gaga's testimony. And not part of her testimony does she state that there was anything violent, that there was anything that was sexual, that was unconsensual. She never stated anything like that. So what I'm gathering from this is just a bad business deal that went bad from somebody she used to date. She's never stated anything about him being violent, sexually or physically or anything in that nature. So I just don't believe it's him. She also could have used this information in court. She also could have stated that this man sexually assaulted me, and she didn't. So by her not stating anything like that, because the court would have had to make that public, and that would have been a whole nother charge and a whole nother situation, to determine. And this was a pretty big lawsuit. So even more reason for Lady Gaga to add that information in there, especially if she's trying to win. So the inflammatory things that he's stating that she said about him was just more so of him just being a bad business partner, and him also maybe verbally treating her some type of way while they were dating. But it doesn't state anything on record that Ralph Fusari did anything physically to Lady Gaga. So as far as I'm concerned, Rob did not rape Gaga.
It's hard to know what to say. I wrote this speech and there's teleprompters and I got papers. I don't know what to use. And in truth, I was just trying to memorize Anita's speech because it was so beautiful that you give me hope. Thank you, Jennifer, for that beautiful introduction. You're an inspiration to so many. Thank you not only for everything you continually do for women, but for the force of nature you've been for so many all over the world. I think about me and my best friend who's here tonight, right there. I've known her since I was 4 years old. Beautiful adopted woman from Korea. And how throughout high school we danced and we sang imitating Jennifer. Imitating you while we strengthened our bond. Her name is Bo. and wearing white bandanas and hoop earrings, draped over caramel-colored hair. You brought us so much joy. Where are you? You brought us so much joy. On the train, I thought about you. And how the fuck I was gonna get off that train. She loved you so much. We even gave her the nickname J-Bo. No, for real. Like, we called her that all the time. There is not a doubt in my mind that you will be loved forever as the power.
Lady Gaga video allegedly scrapped due to sexual misconduct claims. Singer's salacious video for Do What You Want was delayed because of resurfacing allegations against co-stars R. Kelly and Terry Richardson, according to reports. Lady Gaga's music video for Do What You Want was allegedly scrapped due to accusations of sexual misconduct against two of its stars. According to a source speaking to the New York Post, the involvement of R. Kelly and Terry Richardson was too much for a video that already seemed literally like an ad for rape. On Thursday, TMZ posted 33 seconds of the video, which was shot in November and subsequently shelved. The footage shows Gaga in a role of a hospital patient interacting with Kelly's doctor character. Will I ever be able to walk again? Gaga asked the other singer. Yes, if you let me do whatever I want with your body. Kelly replies, I'm putting you under, and when you wake up, you're going to be pregnant. Kelly is also seen reaching under Gaga's bedsheet where she appears to be nude. How does that feel? He says. Seems like the medicine is starting to kick in, she responds with a moan. Nurses appear later dancing with the on and anesthetized Gaga. TMZ video finishes the pop star nude and writing under sheets of newspaper before Richardson, who is snapping photos. In January, Gaga wrote on her official website that Do What You Want video had been delayed because she didn't have enough time to work on it. Unfortunately, I was given a week to plan and execute it. All my most successful videos were planned over a period of time when I was rested and my creativity was honored. But New York Post page 6 reports that there were some other factors. Resurfacing allegations of sexual assault brought against Kelly by journalist Jim, as well as several models' subsequent abuse claims against Richardson. Kelly was found not guilty in an earlier case related to sex abuse, and Richardson has denied all of these allegations. A representative of Gaga had no comment on the allegations. As the Post unnamed source put it, Gaga had a video directed by an alleged sexual predator starring another alleged sexual predator with the theme, I'm going to do whatever I want with your body. In April, the Post reported that Kelly had been sued in 2010 for allegedly sexually harassing his maid. It stated that he settled the case out of court. Do What You Want, which is a duet with Kelly, reached number 9 on the UK singles chart. It was the second single to be released from the singer's commercially disappointing third album.
Became very clear to me. As a sexual assault survivor by someone in the entertainment industry, as a woman who is still not brave enough to say his name, as a woman who lives with chronic pain, as a woman who was conditioned at a very young age to listen to what men told me to do, I decided today I wanted to take the power back. Today I wear the pants. Today I wear the suit. In an age when I can barely watch the news, aghast at the unjust men, and some women, quite frankly, that I see running this country. I had a revelation that I had to be empowered to be myself today more than ever, to resist the standards of Hollywood, whatever that means, to resist the standards of dressing to impress, but to use what really matters, my voice.
Let's get dark. Gaga, I'm not convinced that the reason you didn't show this is because you were talking about your own sexual assault. If you pay attention with the video, when the video first came out and how they had placed it, Kelly had asked her, if you let me do whatever I want with your body, basically you'll be able to walk again. After Gaga says, will I ever be able to walk again? Kelly also says, I'm putting you under, and when you wake up, you're going to be pregnant. Now, allegedly with Gaga, she states that when she was sexually abused, she became pregnant from the sexual assault. Why do you feel like it's okay, Gaga, to state that you're going to let a man do whatever he wants with your body when you are a victim of sexual abuse? It doesn't make any sense, especially letting a known predator that has sexually assaulted people, especially young women, that you would do that. And you also say, he says to you, I'm putting you under, and when you wake up, you're going to be pregnant. He says, how does that feel? And she says the medicine is starting to kick in. How is this not rape? If you think about everything that's going on with Tiny and T.I. and other people too, where the women are sedated before sex happens, like Bill Cosby and others, why is it okay to state that I'm putting you under? Basically, I'm going to make you unconscious. I'm giving you some anesthesia, basically. And when you wake up, I'm going to have done all type of things with your body. I'm going to do what I want with your body while you are unconscious. That is rape. That is why it seems as an ad for rape. That is why they state that this video is literally like all about sexual assault, like a way of promoting sexual assault, stating that I'm going to put this woman to sleep, and after I put her to sleep, she's going to wake up pregnant because I'm going to do all type of deviant and sexual things to her while she is under. There is nothing consensual about being placed under and having sexual things happen to you without your consent. That is rape. So it's like she's basically throwing it in victims' face that have had something like that transpire, which once again does not make sense when Lady Gaga was allegedly sexually assaulted herself. Make it make sense. Piers Morgan, he's very controversial, has stated in the public, especially on Twitter, that Lady Gaga was allegedly lying about her sexual abuse. So Lady Gaga, she was inspired to tell her story once Madonna wrote this essay in 2013 about her being sexually assaulted at knife point. So Gaga felt inspired and she came forward and told her story. And Piers put on Twitter, I wouldn't automatically believe anything either Madonna or Lady Gaga claim about their lives. And then Gaga added more Piers and said, I work with our VP Joe Biden on helping educate people about why women don't report. Would love to share it with you sometime. And Morgan said, okay, you're on. Let's do an interview about this and you can tell me why I'm wrong to be skeptical. And when he's saying to be skeptical, he's saying he's skeptical of her and Madonna's sexual assault claims, which is very offensive. But he still states that he's skeptical. He doesn't believe, that Lady Gaga has PTSD or anything like that, especially due to a sexual assault. He feels like, there are men that come home from the war that have PTSD, and you're claiming this over a sexual assault, which is once again very offensive. But Gaga comes back on Twitter and she says, would love to also talk with you about PTSD. That's not just a military disorder. There is a mental health youth epidemic. And she says, she adds at Piers Morgan again, if anyone in your family suffer from it, I pray they have good and more days than bad. It has affected me and my whole family. And Pierce says, I know numerous of soldiers with PTSD. It's a very serious thing. I also know people who claim to have it but clearly don't. Let's talk. And he adds, Gaga. So the war just keeps getting, further and further and further, out of hand. And, Pierce sticks firm to that. He believes that Gaga was never sexually assaulted. So, wow.
He helped me. No one offered me guidance or a helping hand to lead me to a place where I felt justice. They didn't even point me in the direction of the mental health assistance I was in dire need of. Those men hid because they were afraid of losing their power. And because they hid, I began to hide. I hid for a long time. Until I started to feel physical pain.
Quick little urban legend. So allegedly, while Lady Gaga and R. Kelly shot the music video for Do What You Want, R. Kelly slipped a digit in the scene to where Lady Gaga is on basically like a hospital bed. And R. Kelly is talking to her and questioning her. And when he questions her in this part of the video, allegedly, when she makes these faces, he allegedly slipped a digit. He allegedly touched Lady Gaga's vagina. I don't know if he put his finger inside of her or anything like that, but it is rumored while the video was halted and basically put on pause to where Gaga left and didn't finish the video within its entirety, is because R. Kelly allegedly sexually assaulted her while on set. He allegedly slipped a digit. And while this is really confusing, is because they performed this song live. And when they performed it live, it seemed as if they had a lot of chemistry, on stage. So people were really confused by it. So for Gaga to make it seem as if she was removing the video due to R. Kelly's surviving R. Kelly and that resurfacing and all of that, everyone's already known about R. Kelly. It's not a secret, especially in the entertainment industry. So she didn't scrap the song because of R. Kelly's allegations. I feel like she scrapped the song due to R. Kelly assaulting her while she was on set, allegedly. L.A. Reid regrets dropping Gaga. One-time Universal exec, now Sony man and X Factor USA judge, L.A. Reid has admitted that dropping Lady Gaga from his label was the worst thing he had ever done in his musical business career. Reid signed Gaga to his Island Def Jam label in 2006, initially believing her to be a pop superstar in the making, but subsequently disregarding her initial work on an album, seemingly because he was having a bad day. He told Access Hollywood, "This artist came to my office. She played piano. She had on white go-go boots all the way up to here, thigh-high boots. She sat down at the piano. She played and sang. When she was done, I said, 'You are an amazing artist, a true star, and you will change music.' I signed her. Her name was Lady Gaga. Then a few months later, I got her demos and it was a work in progress and I was having a bad day. I'm telling you, I was having a bad day. And I said, you know what? I really don't like it. Let her have her freedom. Let her find her career. It was the worst thing I've ever done." But subsequently signed to an imprint of another Universal Music division, which is what Gaga did. Interscope and the rest, as they sometimes say, is history. Reid says that while he may have failed to bring Gaga to his former employer, he redeemed himself by bagging them a Bieber. He added, "I felt bad, but I swear to you, a month later, Justin Bieber came and redeemed me. So I never survived it all." L.A. Reid's Epic Records exit followed allegations by a female staffer. Antonio L.A. Reid's abrupt exit from the top job at Sony Music Entertainment's Epic Records followed a claim by a female assistant alleging unlawful harassment of an employee, sources tell Billboard. Sources said the claim prompted a company investigation into his conduct. The label he has run have included Epic, Universal Music Group, Island Def Jam, and LaFace Records, which was founded by L.A. Reid in 1989 and eventually absorbed into Sony. In a letter to Sony, the claimant's attorney detailed alleged harassment his client had been faced on a daily basis, which included alleged inappropriate remarks about her appearance and clothing and alleged propositions that caused her embarrassment and distress, making it impossible for her to continue working at the label. The letter, the contents of which were replayed to Billboard, threatened litigation if a settlement wasn't reached. It wasn't clear if Sony's investigation had confirmed any of the letter's allegations, and one person in Reid's camp said the letter complained inaccuracies. A lawyer for Reid declined to comment. The claimant and her lawyer declined to comment. Reid's departure is the second high-profile exit at Sony since Columbia Records CEO Rob Stringer took over as CEO of Sony April 1st. Last month, Sony said Dr. Luke would leave the CEO role as its Kemosabe Records amid the hitmaker's protracted legal battle with his singer-songwriter Kesha, who sued Dr. Luke 3 years ago in a New York court for alleged sexual abuse. Dr. Luke has denied the charges and sued Kesha for defamation, claims they are still pending. Reid 60 was the only current black CEO at a label at 3 major record label companies and had rebuilt Epic into a high-profile generator of pop and urban-leaning hits for artists such as Meghan Trainor, Future, Fifth Harmony, Travis Scott, and DJ Khaled. With all that's been said, I'm just going to put this out here into why I think allegedly the person Lady Gaga is talking about is L.A. Reid. In 2006, L.A. Reid was about 50 years old, right? In 2006, Gaga was about 20, okay? Gaga states that the person that did this to her was a much older man. And she also states that he was 20 years older than her. I believe Gaga wasn't giving a specific age because she didn't want people to be able to pinpoint who actually did it. Okay? So she gave a rough estimate. I don't believe that the person is exactly 20 years older than her. I believe they may be either a little bit younger or older, than 20 years. So basically stating that this man was much older. Okay? With that being said, in 2006, Gaga was still 19 until she turned 20 in 2006. That same year was the year she got signed to Def Jam Records, and she abruptly pretty much was gone not too soon after, and she has signed a deal, so it wasn't like it was in talks. She was getting a demo together to see if she can get signed. She had already got signed due to that audition sitting there singing on that piano. That was enough for L.A. Reid. So, the demos that she sent in, I don't believe Gaga sent those demos in, okay? And if she did, I believe that L.A. Reid contacted her for her to come to the office, and whatever transpired, okay? Or Gaga brought in the demos, and when she brought in the demos, he basically took the music, because he, at that point in time, would have owned them, because she was signed to Def Jam, Island Def Jam Records, which was underneath L.A. Reid, a much older male that is also a producer. So with him being older, looking around, not seeing any clips or anything of Gaga really speaking of L.A. Reid, because she states, once again, that she doesn't speak his name. I will not say his name. And I looked around, and Gaga has said R. Kelly's name. She said Rob's name. She's, she said all of these people's names, Vince and others. She stated all of their names out loud. The person that I noticed that Gaga does not speak of, the name that she does not say out loud, is L.A. Reid. If you think about it, Gaga would still be thankful to him because even with him letting her go and dropping her from the label, she basically went and linked up with a partner label that was, and she had the I was signed to Def Jam, underneath her, at that point in time, and they let her go as a free agent, which is also unheard of, especially if L.A. Reid thought that she was so talented. So if you thought she was so talented and you knew that she was just going to be this big deal and you were just having a bad day, that's just a bad day. So why not keep the music? Why not keep the demos, especially if her demos were the big hit songs that you didn't like? Just because you didn't like Poker Face or Paparazzi, the world did. So if you technically own those songs, why would you just let her just walk away with them? Well, I don't understand that, LA. Why would you just let her walk away scot-free unless you just did something to her in the process? You got what you wanted. When Gaga came in there, those go-go boots and whatnot, I feel like you saw what you needed to see to know that you wanted to have sex with her. And you were going to make that happen. And just so happened on that bad day, was it the bad day to where you decided to take sexual advantage of her? To where you did what you did and gave her demos and sent her on her way? And those demos became massive hits? Is that the regret? LA? So, yeah, in my opinion, I believe it was LA. Because Gaga, like I said, would still pay homage to him, and just be like, you know what, you didn't see what, others did, but you did see something. You saw enough of me to sign me, and that still gathered me enough attention, to be signed by Sony, and for Sony to, realize my talent, the same talent that you did, that you overlooked. But how do you overlook something you're paying attention to? He paid attention to the fact that she was talented. He said it. So how is he overlooking it? He didn't overlook it. He just didn't care about it after he got allegedly what he wanted. So in my opinion, allegedly, I believe that it is L.A. Reid.
After I shared what happened to me with very powerful men in this industry, nobody helped me.
So Gaga says after she stated what happened to her to very powerful men, nobody did anything. And the reason nobody did anything because she knew they didn't want to lose their power. With that being said, that means this is someone of power. And what's more powerful in the entertainment industry, especially music wise, especially at the time in 2005, 2006, than L.A. Reid. I mean, he was the CEO, chairman, co-founder, so he was huge. So he had a lot of power. So the men that she told basically cowered because of the power of the person. So I believe that it was LA. I mean, Robert Fusari does not have that type of power. R. Kelly at that point in time did not have that type of power, when he was basically getting recanceled around that time period as well. Vince Herbert, he doesn't have that type of power. This is someone that has a backing. This is someone that not only he have the money, he has the backing to be able to basically get away with anything, to be above the law, to not have any consequences behind any bad thing that he does, just gets to roam free, gets to terrorize, and everyone turn a blind eye to it. So that has to come from somewhere of a magnitude of power. And I believe that that person is allegedly L.A. Reid. Once again, who more powerful? The person she is speaking of has power, so anybody else that you may have thought she would have been talking about, no, producer wise, who was bigger than L.A. Reid? She didn't come in contact with any producer bigger than L.A. Reid when she met him, when she auditioned for him, that's as big as it got. So I believe once again that Lady Gaga is speaking of L.A. Reid allegedly.